Squad up, everybody. Banks here, your Squadra captain. Hope the games are going well. We're back with the final tier list, and this time it's going to be the hardest one. We're moving into technical category. Now, for technical support, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people don't want to play this role. A lot of people play this incorrectly, but I feel like technical has some of the best impact on a game, which can change the game for you in many ways. Now, a lot of people have their own opinions on this, depending on solo queue, depending on how they're squadding with it as well. But I'm going to start by putting him in C tier, and that's Majin Buu. Majin Buu, he just doesn't do enough damage. Now, he can knock people off the Gods of Destruction. He can heal his teammates. If he's paired, like I've had it before where one of my teammates literally just stuck with me as tanker's Margin, changed up the lanes a little bit. He was very useful. But when it comes to the late game as well, okay, he can push you off the Gods of Destruction. He can be a bit of a nuisance. He can turn you into candy. Eating you and moving you away can be quite helpful in team fights, for example. But Buu just, let's say it this way. All technical characters can be good, and it all depends how you use them. And it also depends on your play style as well. But Majin Buu is the least good, despite being Majin Buu good. He is the least good of all the technical characters. I feel like just all the other times I would change something else unless I'm just a Majin Buu massive fan. Other than that, I would use someone else. Now, I'm an Android 17 main. I really like using him. The way his shields can go up. And this is where this is going to get hard, by the way, because, for example, there's some characters, if you're playing solo, an Android 17 or a Freezer or a Hit might be your go-to. Krillin can be useful, but obviously you need to be very smart with how you're using him. Same for Gohan. But there's more that are better maybe with squad games, with team games, just being at the best. But this is going to be probably the one where I get the most comments from you guys of who's better, who's worse, who's not so good. And that's just the way it goes. That's just how it is, especially for the support side, that it can be all mixed in here because his kick when it's leveled up is huge. His ult is keeping him alive while doing some damage. His shields can keep other players on your team alive at the same time. Android 17 is very versatile and very great. I've had games where I've been like, this is like against A and B rank, but I've been MVP Android 17. And it is possible. You can just win out lane. You can dominate. You can do a bit more damage as well. But I feel like Android 17, comparing to the other four that I have down here, there's still a long way to go from him being like a first pick by the very best people out there. Now, the next one's so tough because all four of these, Gohan, Frieza, Hit, and Krillin, are all amazing. Like, if you are placing Zarbon and Daboria down well, you're going to be owning. You can solo bosses with the Imperial Decree. You can do so much damage. You can be a nuisance. You've obviously got to work really hard on retracting your characters with you at the right time, not allowing them to be destroyed, because when they're destroyed, obviously the cooldown can be quite long as well. But I think that's probably why I would put Frieza right now in A tier. It's just, he can be a nuisance. I see him in some of the very best S-rank lobbies with great players being used to such a high level. So he could be up here at the same time. But like for me personally, I'll just say that him and Gohan will go into the A rank right now. Gohan, the fact that sometimes obviously if you pair him with Goku, it's monstrous. His ult is super great for locking down characters. He can stun players as well with the kick. Obviously the speed of all these support characters, especially if you stack it with technical cards, can be great for just getting in towers. And I feel like Gohan stays a bit alive. I'd say that's the biggest problem with Frieza, is that Frieza, depending, maybe I see some people run defense cards sometimes, but Frieza is less able to stay alive, but is faster. So that's like the trade-off between these two. So these two, I can put these on A tier. Now, let's look at this two different ways right now. If I'm playing solo, this again is interchangeable. You can put them both on Z tier. You can put them both on S tier. I actually don't think right now there is a Z tier technical character. There is not one that just absolutely takes over the game, is better than everyone else. So I don't even need to use Z tier for this. Maybe when Gotenks comes out, because we know he's going to be a technical, maybe he'll be the one for that. But I'll say this, like, if you are a super intelligent player who really knows how to use hit and you're playing solo, hit is your go-to, because you'll be invisible all the time. You won't be seen. Now, not great at farming, but he is owning even tanks by just ducking and diving, coming in, hitting them, using his ult correctly. Hit has such a good set of kit, but I feel like if I'm seeing 4-man squads, I'm even going to pick a Krillin over a hit. I might even pick a Frieza or Gohan over a hit in that sense. But if I'm looking specifically just at these characters, for me, I'm not a hit player. I don't even have them unlocked right now. I'm just seeing what other players are doing on hit. I put hit in S tier because I think like Krillin, with the damage he can do, with his blinds, with his ability to stop them on the Gods of Destruction, Krillin for me is Krillin's just awesome, man. Krillin can do a bit of everything that you need from a support character, and he can often be the game changer for you guys. But you can easily say that about Frieza. You can easily say that about Gohan. I think in squads, you probably see less hit used than both Gohan and Frieza. But this is all interchangeable. This is why this tier list for technical probably makes the least overall sense, because it's such a difficult one to say. It's based also on your play style. If you're more aggressive, if you're someone who likes to be a bit more cloaks and dagger invisible, if you're a player who likes the tower defense, or sorry, the Gods of Destruction, the defense with Frieza, or you want to be the solo boss guy. Because I'll say this, I've had a Frieza on my team who won every boss while we were keeping the team fighting. And I mean, that on its own will win you just games. So then you could easily put Frieza up there in S tier. Then I've had some Gohans where they've played with me and that I'm Goku, and I've just been owning, keeping people stunned, getting all the buffs. Like, Gohan can be crazy like that. So this is kind of, I'll say this is the most pointless tier list, and I'd love to get you guys' opinions because there is so much that could be changed around here. But easily you could just put these three on S. I just put Krillin in Z tier because I just personally think he's fantastic. But all of this is a big mix. You could easily have these guys all on S and just bump these guys up a little bit. I still think Boo is the weakest by far, and just do something like that. You could even just do that. There are so many options for technical. So this one, boom, I can't even give you a real tier list on, because it is up in the air. It is crazy. So tell me your experiences. Tell me what you're seeing. Maybe you're only playing S ranks and you have a completely different view on this. I would love to get your opinion, because I feel like technical is the one that is the biggest coin flip up in the air. But this one, maybe less of an enjoyable, less of an educational video, more of a finding out video. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. Good luck in your games. Just have fun. Just enjoy it. Keep learning. Keep growing. This community is going to be awesome. This game is going to keep growing. And I'm excited for the new characters coming in very soon.